What's up, y'all? I'm looking forward to being undisputed in September. Let's get it. It's work time.
The other day, they released a clip of Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford alongside with Tom Brady and Shaquille O'Neal. Canelo Alvarez was really feeling himself on this particular interview.
Everything I see before, I say before, he's a great fighter. But if you look at his career, mention one elite fighter. Just mention me one elite fighter.
And Canelo Alvarez did the old argument, right? He got everybody fired up. All the Canelo fans is fired up right now. Everybody's just so excited because Canelo Alvarez said something that every other fighter prior said to Terence Crawford before the fight.
I need y'all to get the likes up, man.
That Terence Crawford ain't fought nobody. That he fought no elite competition. Now, we did the initial video on this, right? But we didn't hear what Terence Crawford had to say, right? Because it got totally overshadowed, right? The whole situation with Canelo saying that he ain't fought nobody just went viral. Went absolutely viral. Everybody acting like this is a new thing, acting like this isn't an old argument, an old sticking point that people like to stick to Terence Crawford. He just simply ain't fought nobody. Terence Crawford has some things to say about Canelo Alvarez. Check it out.
He fought Laura. I thought Laura beat him. He fought Mayweather. You see what happened. He fought Bivol, came up short. He's fought a lot of great champions, but at the age that he fought him in, they was already on a decline. And when he didn't, you see what happened. I got the style, I got the skills, I got the heart, and I'm not going to play no games with Canelo.
Now, to hear what Bud had to say, Bud also used the old argument against Canelo. And that just goes to show you that these guys, these fighters, the boxers, they pay attention to what the fans be saying because they use the fans' argument against each other. But Terence Crawford said that Canelo Alvarez fought great champions, but he lost and, these guys were old. And that was the thing. If you was in boxing around those times, Canelo received a lot of praise. But on the other side, he received a lot of criticism because he fought a lot of smaller, older fighters. Before his pound-for-pound run, before he started moving up in weight and doing all that, he fought a lot of older, smaller guys. Shane Mosley, Floyd Mayweather, right? Just a lot of older, smaller fighters, right? Miguel Cotto and Canelo. Well, Crawford, you ain't fought nobody. Who you fought? Name one guy, elite fighter. So you mean to tell me we forgot all about Errol Spence Jr.? So Errol Spence Jr., Errol Spence has to be feeling some type of way right now, listening to everybody just totally diminish him like he was never an elite fighter at all. Crawford did so well in the fight. It's almost to the point where, it's almost like it never happened. Almost like Errol Spence wasn't a unified champion, one of the pound-for-pound guys in the sport. It's almost like none of that ever happened. If you just got into boxing a week ago, you would have really thought that Bud never fought nobody. You would have really thought that Errol Spence was a nobody. It's saying, right? Based off of what Canelo has said, you would have automatically assumed that, wow, this guy ain't fought nobody. But then you look at Errol Spence and some of the names on his resume, like, wait a minute, these some pretty solid guys right here. What are we talking about, right? But that's just the old, tired argument that they like to use against Bud Crawford, that he just didn't fight nobody, right? Okay, cool. He ain't fought nobody. But Canelo fought a lot of... All right, let's just put it out on the table now. Since Bud ain't fought nobody, cool, y'all can have that. We heard that story before. And then once he gets in the ring with your favorite fighter, he usually makes them look like a nobody. And then it's going to be the same old thing. Well, Canelo was this. Well, Canelo was that. Well, Canelo was over the hill and all that. We're going to hear all that soon, but we'll get back to that later. Canelo Alvarez, since we want to nitpick resumes and careers, okay, well, Crawford may not have been able to get all the guys in the ring, right? It's not like he was avoiding these guys either. You know what I'm saying? It's not like he was avoiding any of these guys, these big names, Pacquiao and all these big names. He got the biggest name that he can get in a welterweight division in the smaller weight classes in Errol Spence Jr. What more do you want him to do, right? But Canelo Alvarez is a fighter, like I said before, and many times he's able to get people to fight him. He's like the lottery ticket in boxing. He's like the pot of gold waiting at the end of the rainbow, right? Of course he's going to get the fights. Not to mention he's not like a fighter to where he's just super fast, just exploding all around the ring, crushing shit like Wilder, moving fast like Guillermo Rigondeaux. He's not doing any of that stuff, bro. It's a very lucrative payday for a potentially tough fight. You know what I'm saying? And then a lot of the guys he fought, since we want to talk shit, right? Since we want to talk shit, catch weights, rehydration clauses, all types of other shit going on, right? All types of other shit going on. There's a lot of asterisks by Canelo's career, okay? A lot of controversial decisions, a lot of controversy with Canelo. There's a lot of controversy with Canelo. Guess what? There's no controversy with Crawford. Nothing but utter dominance throughout his career. He wasn't able to really just cherry pick opponents. He wasn't able to just to pick this guy, pick that guy. He was the guy that was in boxing that's fighting who he could fight. Canelo was fighting who he can. No, Canelo was fighting whoever he wanted. Crawford was fighting whoever he could, right? And he got Sean Porter. I mean, Sean Porter and these guys got to feel like, damn, I did all that work for all these guys, and I'm not an elite fighter because I got beat by Bud? Wow, Errol Spence, what? Nah, man, y'all better leave me be. I mean, come on, bro. Y'all better leave Errol Spence be, bro. So Errol Spence ain't no. I'm just stunned at how many people just, and everybody just riding along with it too. Errol Spence is just literally nobody all of a sudden. He was never an elite. So Crawford fought no elite fighters, Canelo, bro. You did all that catch waiting and rehydrating, and Crawford ain't fought nobody, bro. You got all those controversial decisions, all those questionable decisions. You lost a couple of times, got a few draws. I mean, come on, bro. What are we talking about here? But when you look at Terence Crawford, this dude don't even have a split decision on his resume, bro. He don't even have a split decision. His career is so immaculate, right? It's just so his career is so almost perfect that he ain't fought nobody. It is that perfect to where he ain't fought nobody. He has no majority decisions, right? No split decisions, no controversial decisions, nothing but unanimous decisions and fucking knockouts. That's it. All of his fights. None of them is a split decision or a loss or a draw. No matter who he fought, no matter what weight class it was in, right? But I guess this is only possible because he ain't fought no elite fighters. But if you look at Canelo and the elite fighters that he fought them when they was halfway out the door already. When they was shells of their former selves. They still had a little something, but they didn't have nothing for Canelo. But he was able to get the names on his resume. So Crawford got Spence on his resume. Guess what? Spence was no good. Right? So we could take the Miguel Cotto win away. Miguel Cotto, he was out the door already. That don't count. That's the same equivalent then, right? We got to start nitpicking resumes. That's what we go do. We go start just saying, okay, well, this dude was too old. Shane Mosley was too old. This dude was too weight drained. He was dehydrated. He over there was stipulated. He over there couldn't throw more than 30 punches in 3 rounds. He over there couldn't throw his right hand for the first 6 rounds. He over there got to play along with this game until the 9th, 10th round, and then time's up. There's a lot of funny shit with this dude. A lot of funny shit with this dude. It's never just utter dominance. Got in there and struggled with Triple G 3 times, right? Pretty basic. Got in there and struggled with Triple G a few times. You know, got controversy decisions there. I honestly thought Canelo won a few of those fights, a couple of those fights, but the mass majority of other people thought that Canelo didn't even win those fights. There's a lot of things. We want to start nitpicking dudes' careers and what they've done. Well, we can really do that. But one thing we also go do is we go notice that even AI, right? You know this little crazy AI phenomenon that's going on right now? AI is getting really crazy. Even AI got Crawford winning the fight. AI got Terence Crawford winning the fight by split decision, actually. Now, I think this Crawford is going to win this fight by unanimous decision. You got even some other people thinking Crawford's going to knock this dude out. I mean, if you look at Canelo's head, I mean, it's a big target, right? It's a pretty big target. It's a durable, sturdy target, but I think it's a target that Crawford could possibly crack. But Bud Crawford and Canelo Alvarez, this thing is heating up. I think the fight has begun after this last press conference. I think the fight has officially begun. I think the Canelo fans is fired up. They riled up, and I can feel the energy from the Canelo fans now, right? Canelo Alvarez, this is kind of all he needed to do, right? They pulled out the old clip from a few weeks ago, right? It doesn't translate into what happened this past weekend when Crawford was pressing dude and had those little funny remarks in regards to what was going on in the situation. Right, Canelo's energy was a lot different than it was when he was sitting there with Tom Brady and Shaquille O'Neal probably about a month ago, right? Because that clip was old, but they just now released it. What's more recent is what happened at the press conference when Crawford was pushing Canelo back, right? When Canelo had those stacked shoes on and he was getting bullied by Bud Crawford. When Crawford asserted his dominance in Canelo Alvarez's presence. Well, Terence Crawford showed Canelo Alvarez that he's actually the king of this shit. He's the king of boxing. And he's going to be the king of the ring. He's coming for everything he's got. Right? That's the more recent turn of events. But we like to nitpick on old shit when it comes to Terence Crawford. He ain't fought nobody. He ain't fought no elite competition. He's literally in the ring shadowboxing with himself in front of 20,000 people every time he fights. He's up in there by himself. By himself. Nobody's in the ring with him. Right? Cool. But now he about to get somebody in the ring. And that somebody is Canelo Alvarez. Like, subscribe, holla at your boy. Peace out.